What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to my channel. As many of you have seen in the past, I've had a really hard focus on my work from home desk setup that you can see behind me. But as many of you can relate, you're either going back to school or you're going back into the office like myself. So because of that, I've had a way bigger focus on my everyday carry backpack. And basically what my focus has been on is making sure that I have everything that I need without having to worry about where it's at. So with that said, let's go ahead and go through my backpack and why I chose it over my Peak Design backpack, and then we'll go from there.
The option I ended up going with is AbleCarry's Max Backpack. I used to use Peak Design's Everyday Backpack, which is still a great option, but I had a few times where I got in a hurry and I had a few items I threw into the top area fall out when I grabbed it out of my Jeep. Sure, I could have upgraded to another Peak Design option, but after doing a bunch of research, I ended up discovering this one and I fell in love with the look and design of it. The AbleCarry Max is a 30-liter backpack, so it's slightly larger than what some people consider to be an everyday carry, but I'm someone that carries a 16-inch laptop, an iPad, camera, and a variety of other different accessories, so I wanted to ensure that I had enough room. I went with the earth green version, but it's also available in black and blue. It is made primarily of X-Pack material, which is known for its durability, water resistance, and strength. From a comfort perspective, the shoulder straps are fantastic. They're super padded with closed-cell foam, making them way more comfortable. The back also has a nice padding along with a vented air channel, which helps to keep your back cool. These are honestly some of those features that I never really thought about until I dove super deep into what makes a great backpack. Alright, now let's get into what's actually inside this thing. To start off, on the outside of my backpack, I keep a hero clip, which acts as a carabiner that can also swivel out and be used to hang my backpack from a variety of different things, including tops without hooks. This comes in handy in places where I don't want to put my backpack on the ground but need a place to hang it. There is a side compartment for your water bottle, and what I like about it is that you can actually zip it up and not worry about the bottle falling out, which is what might happen if you have an external compartment. And I did test it out, and you can actually fit a variety of different sizes in here. The negative to this though is that it's not quick access, and it does take away space from the inside main compartment. On the other side of this backpack is somewhat of a hidden pocket where I typically store either my iPhone 14 Pro Max with the Peak Design case, or I've seen others use this slot to place their wallet or small other items. The other kind of secret compartment on this is at the top of the back area. It's a fairly slim area, but it works great if you want to put something like your passport, or in my case, my wallet. My everyday carry wallet is still from the Ridge. It is the carbon fiber option, and I chose it because first off, it's much lighter than a lot of the other options out there, and on top of that, it keeps everything really small and compact. Before we get into the heart of this backpack, I want to thank the sponsor of today's video, Ugreen. I've been using Ugreen even before they reached out to me, so it was a really easy decision to team up with them for the launch of their newest product, the first Nexode 300-watt 5-port GAN charger that includes a dedicated 140-watt output port that can charge a 16-inch MacBook Pro from 0 to 56% within 30 minutes. This is kind of like the mecca of charging stations if your everyday carry backpack ends up looking anything like mine. I'm able to fast charge my laptop, iPad, phone, and a variety of other products in a fraction of the time that it typically takes with my previous charging station, and it's even able to charge 3 laptops at the same time if needed. And if you're super bad at remembering to charge your electronics, I'd at the very least consider getting their 145-watt power bank that is part of my everyday carry tech pouch. This one comes in handy, especially when I'm traveling for work and need to recharge my laptop. I'll go into more detail about this in a little bit, but thanks again to Ugreen for helping me bring more content like this to life. Links to everything can be found in the description, so be sure to check them out. But for now, let's get back into it. Next up, let's go through the front area. Rather than going with a traditional front compartment, AbleCarry went with more of a vertical angle design. It gives it a really cool, unique look, but it makes it slightly more difficult to access everything, especially when the backpack is full. Because of that, I only put a few items here, starting with my GroveMade notebook. I do so much on my iPad and laptop that I actually don't use this too much, but what I love is that the paper is a dot grid rather than a traditional line paper, making it nice to sketch out ideas when I don't want to pull out my iPad. This is also where I keep a pen and pencil. If you have any suggestions for a really good mechanical pencil, let me know down in the comments. Mine are definitely nothing special. Some of my favorite useful pieces of tech are also in this pocket. First off, I have my USB-C rechargeable flashlight that is way more effective than my phone's light. It's extremely well made and it has 2 different brightness modes. There's also my favorite emergency charging cable. It's a 4-in-1 option that gives me a USB-A, B, C, and Lightning options for when I forget my charging cables. Both of these options are awesome for smaller everyday carry kits. And again, I'll leave links to everything down below in the description if you want to check any of them out. Now let's check out the main compartment of this backpack. It's a clamshell style access point, which I love, and it makes it a great option for traveling if you want to pack for a weekend trip. This is where I keep my camera pouch and a tech pouch. I typically leave just a little room in case I need to fit anything else in here. There are 2 zip-up pockets on the interior which make for great storage areas. I don't have anything in the mesh area right now, but it's typically used for my Sony noise cancellation headphones when I need to take them with me. The top pocket is where I keep my Leatherman multi-tool. If you don't have a multi-tool yet, this is your sign to get one. These things are extremely useful for those unpredictable situations because it performs a variety of different functions without taking up a ton of space. I went with this one for several reasons, but for the most part, it's just a really well-reviewed product, and honestly, I think it looks sick. The Leatherman option is great because it has pliers, a wire cutter, knife, screwdriver with interchangeable Phillips head and flathead bits, and also a carabiner/bottle opener section. I love this product, and if you're looking for a solid gift idea, I would definitely recommend it. The other items I keep in this pouch are my spare contacts and solution because yeah, my eyes suck. Also, I keep another emergency USB cable just in case, and to keep my cables organized, I'm starting to now use these magnetic bands. Velcro ones are still great, or you could just use the twist ties you've been stashing for the next apocalypse. Just try to use something to keep your cables together. Alright, let's move on to the 2 main pouches I keep in here. My camera pouch and my tech pouch. To start off, the tech bag is a Peak Design tech pouch that's made out of a weatherproof recycled nylon to help protect and keep the gear inside of it dry. In the exterior zipper pocket is where I keep an air tag. Tech backpacks tend to equate to a lot of expensive gear, so this is just one measure you can take to at least give you a shot of finding it in case someone steals it. Next, when you open up the pouch, it is an origami style, which gives me a bunch of different options for how I want to organize everything. First thing you'll see in here is one of my more important pieces of tech, and that is my Ugreen 65-watt charger. Either carry this one or the 100-watt option. It's super important to me because of the fast charging capabilities and the multiple ports rather than just charging one thing at a time. Next up are all my USB cables. Not going to go into detail here, but just be sure to carry at least one fast charging cable. I also now carry this 3-in-1 wireless charger so that I'm always covered when it comes to being able to charge my phone, Apple Watch, and AirPods, especially when I travel. This doesn't charge super fast, but I got it on Prime Day for cheap, and it's just a great option for overnight charging when you are limited with available outlets. Next up is Old Faithful. I've had this USB-C hub for a few years, mainly for the very seldom time that I need to plug one or more USB-A cables into my MacBook. I honestly keep this more now for my coworkers, so I don't get too much use out of it anymore, but it's always great to keep it around. And finally, I have a few more cables, and as shown earlier, I have my Ugreen charging brick. 2 really nice things about this is being able to charge 3 things at once with it, and also the small screen that tells me how much juice is left. Something else that's super important to me is that it can charge my MacBook while I'm using it. Now let's take a quick look at my camera bag. I got this one recently because it fits this backpack super well, and it's nice to have the option of taking out my gear without always needing to carry my backpack. My camera that I use is the Canon EOS R5 with the small rig aluminum cage. This is essentially my baby that I shoot all my footage with now. I also just added this metal phone tripod as well to my gear for when I want to use my iPhone for taking additional footage. I hate plastic versions, which is why I just added this one. It's so well made and it's extremely sturdy. I also use this case to carry a few other things, including my lens filter as well as my aperture portable light. I can either carry those, or I also carry my Rode mic with me every now and again. The only thing that sucks in my current setup is I can't really fit another lens in here, but I do have an extra pouch case that I use if I ever need to bring another. Finally, we can now move on to the back compartment of this backpack. The top covered section is where I carry most of my laptop essentials, including a Magic Mouse in case I'm ever away from my desk or traveling. I also have my AirPods when I need to hop on a call or if I want to listen to music. And then I also have my 2TB SanDisk SSD. This is ideal for editing all my videos without storing all the files on my laptop. I highly recommend this if you don't already have a portable SSD. The main pocket can hold up to 17-inch laptop, so I had plenty of space for my 16-inch M1 MacBook Pro. This laptop is my workhorse for basically everything I work on, from video editing, Photoshop, and any and all other work projects. I also have an iPad Pro with the Logitech keyboard case. I primarily use this for notes and project management, as well as a variety of other tasks that I either can't do on my MacBook or just don't want to pull out my laptop altogether. I'm currently working on learning more in Procreate to get even more use out of this iPad, and to help me out, I also use the Apple Pencil. One other bonus piece I could add to my backpack, but I put way too much effort into assembling it to risk it, is this astronaut keychain from Nexode. Again, another sweet gift idea, especially if they want more of a complex version of a Legos assembly. Alright, that about wraps up basically everything in my current everyday carry tech backpack. Let me know your thoughts down below and what suggestions you have for improving this. I hope you enjoyed today's video. If you did, please be sure to like and subscribe so that my dog Dexter thinks I'm at least kinda cool. With that said, I'll see you all next time.